In this video, we'll be showing you how to miter cut your handrail. Miter cuts are a great way to provide a more finished and professional look when your handrails meet in the corners. Some tools that you'll need for mitering your handrail include a miter saw, metal cutting blade or a good wood blade, a pencil, tape measure, painter's tape, blade wax, digital protractor or speed square, touch-up paint, and safety glasses. Step 1. Measure your run. The first thing you'll need to do is take your measurement of the length of the first run. You'll want to keep in mind that the longest measurement needed for the handrail will be on the outside of the run. Repeat this step for the second side. A helpful tip is to add an extra inch to the measurement, that way you can ensure that your angle is correct and cut off the excess from the straight end later on. Step 2. Find your angle. Now that you know the length of your handrail runs, determine the angle of your miter. Many decks, balconies, and staircases are slightly out of square. This will affect the inside angles, making them slightly greater or less than 90 degrees. This means that your miters may have to be cut at different angles than standard 45 degrees. The easiest way to calculate your angles is to use your digital protractor. They're relatively inexpensive and can be found at nearly any hardware store. It has adjustable arms that can conform to any square angle, and the digital display shows you the true angles where the two handles will come together. Once you find the corner angle, divide the total by 2, which tells you what you should set your angle at for the miter. Step 3. Mark your measurement. If you have a powder-coated handrail, it's beneficial to apply painter's tape to the area you'll be cutting. This can help preserve the powder coat and keep it from chipping. Beginning from the outside, set your digital protractor to the appropriate angle and mark diagonally to the inside. Alternatively, you can use a speed square if you don't have a digital protractor. In some situations, you may not be able to simply divide by 2. Instead, you can select 2 angles that will add up to the angle on the digital protractor. For example, for a 45-degree angle, you could make a 22 and a 23-degree cut. Step 4. Apply blade wax or an alternative lubricant. Before cutting your handrail, it's beneficial to apply blade wax to your saw blade. Make sure that your saw is unplugged before you do this. Blade wax will keep your cut smooth and keeps the metal from sticking to your blade as you cut. Apply the wax to each side of the blade, then rotate the blade to reach the entire circumference. You only need to apply wax to the outer 1 to 2 inches of the blade. Step 5. Make your angle cut. Now that your blade is ready, it's time to make your cuts. Set the miter saw to the appropriate angle you measured earlier on the digital protractor and lock it in position. Then plug your saw back into the power outlet. Cut your handrail with a smooth and consistent downward pressure on your mark. This will prevent the blade from slowing down, which can compromise the quality of your cut. Once your handrail is cut, allow the cut mark to cool. Then take off any painter's tape. Apply touch-up paint as needed to any places where the powder coat may have chipped. Repeat this step for the other handrail. Step 6. Make your straight cut. Once you have confirmed that the angle cuts are correct, you can measure and mark your straight cut on the opposite end of the handrail. You can confirm your measurement by using the post brackets where you want the handrail to stop. Keep in mind that you will need at least an extra inch for clearance to accommodate the screws that will anchor your handrail to the handrail bracket. Then move your table angle back to 0, lock it in place, and make your cut. That's all it takes to make miter cuts for your metal handrail. To learn more on how to install other railing systems, check out our YouTube channel at youtube.com/viewrail or by visiting our website at viewrail.com.